Hello everyone. Hi, how's it going? I'm back. Hi. Um, God, I don't know why, but it feels like it's been ages, even though it hasn't. I literally streamed on Wednesday. I did Sea of Thieves. It's been a long couple days. Stuff happened. Uh, one of them is a new PC. So I bought a new PC over like Black Friday, and all the parts arrived, and I was putting it all together over the last couple of days, and I was up till like 4:30 a.m. Working on it the night before, and then yesterday it wasn't working properly, so I spent all day fixing it. And also the case fans arrived, so I had to sort out the fans and the RGB and stuff. But it's here now. I still need to sort the GPU. I need to get a new GPU for it. But I have a brand new PC and it's on the desk and it's fucking massive actually. It's way bigger than I thought. I was not I misjudged how large it would be. I knew it would be bigger than my old case. I didn't realize just how much bigger. And it is a big boy. It is certainly a big boy. And it's a lot of glass, but a lot of the time the glass is so clear that like I feel like there's no glass there. Like I could just stick my hand in and touch it. Like if I notice a wire that I like want to like nudge slightly out the way or like tidy slightly, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just put my hand in, bonk. It's not gonna stay that clean. I guarantee. It will probably end up covered in dust and flecks and whatnot in no time. But for now, it is really nice. I've shown a few people pictures. I should probably post some pictures on the Discord, huh? But it's very cool. I like it a lot. I was able to almost get my dream PC. Like I had a dream PC type thing that I made. I mean, Dream PC 2024, you know, you need new parts every few years. There's a fly here. 1 second. No, it's escaping. Hold on. There's a fly. It's attacking. Where'd it go? Attacking, definitely. Freaking out. Ignore it. Where's it gone? It's a big fly. It's like a house fly, and it was sat on my desk right next to me, and it was just sitting there. And then I moved away from the computer to grab like a cup or something to put it in. And you know how flies have like magic super fast reflexes? It did that and got away before I could get the cup over it. I'm gonna keep this with me in case I see it again. This is a great start to my stream, by the way. This is completely normal. Nothing behaving. And my model's not freaking out in the slightest. Yep, that'll do. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Fuck. Nothing strange happened. We're just gonna ignore the fact that there was a fly and I didn't get it. And my model's freaking out. All good now? I mean, I'm sat back down. I was on the other side of the room was what happened. I stood up and was on the other side of the room grabbing a cup. God damn it, where is that fly? It was literally sat on the desk next to me, and I just saw it and paused for a second, and I didn't have a cup there. So I had to go grab one. But I don't actually have a cup. I have like the lid of a candle, a jar candle, but that's close enough. But they've got like super reflexes. They're like insanely fast, you know? Flies have like better than cat reflexes. It's crazy. I hope it doesn't go in. If I see it, I will try and get it. I will attempt. What was I saying? Oh yeah, new PC. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. I like it a lot. It's basically my dream PC, but not quite. I had a dream PC. Oh yeah, there's no sound alerts right now. Gone. It's a story game, a variety game. I'm getting sidetracked multiple times. I made like a dream PC list for 2024 because they obviously need changing like every few years or so. But it was a little outside my price zone. So there's still no sound alerts. So I toned it down a little bit and went from like the highest of high end to still high end but slightly lower. But other than that, it's basically my dream PC. It's all white and black with like RGB and a cool glass case, and it looks amazing, and my cable management is actually on point right now, and it is so much nicer than my other one. The case was so much better to build it. This is so much nicer. Yeah, but however, it probably won't make a huge difference for streams until I get the GPU, because I think the GPU is the main thing that is holding me back right now. Yeah, if I can confirm, I actually did good cable management. Turns out my case was the problem before. I couldn't cable manage for shit in my old case, because the case just didn't have room. I need to find a box for that. Yeah, Vivi, we can sort things out after. Alright, the cave management? Yeah, bro, I'll show you the cave management. But yeah, so that is, I was gonna say that I'm so distracted today. It probably won't make a huge difference for streams until I get the GPU sorted, because the GPU is the main thing holding me back right now. So yeah, currently it's not making like an insane difference. However, just to put things in perspective, for the CPU, I jumped from like a 9th gen Intel to a 14th gen, so that's like 5 generations ahead. And I've gone from DDR4 RAM, about 2400 megahertz, to DDR5 6000 megahertz, so more than double the speed. And I've also gone from 16 gigabytes to 32 gigabytes, so more than so double the amount as well. So it's a pretty big upgrade. It's a pretty big upgrade. The only reason I didn't go 7000 hertz instead of 6000 hertz was because apparently the CPU couldn't handle it. Like, there's a limit that the CPU is compatible with for the RAM or something. Not specifically the hertz, but the voltage. And the 7000 hertz RAM was too high voltage for the CPU, so I went with the 6000 because it would have just throttled the 7000 down to 6000 anyway, so I'd be paying more for like power I would never get to use. So I went down to 6000. But I mean, 6000 is still more than double what I had before, which is pretty crazy. Also, I was realizing this thing has 3 fans on the GPU, 3 fans on the all-in-one, 1 fan on the PSU, and 3 case fans. That is 3, 6, 9, fucking 10 fans? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 fans in this thing. That is kind of whack, considering there's space for another 3 fans on the side and 1 at the back. I could have, what, 10, 13, 14 fans in this thing altogether, which is wild. You've been hearing a lot of good things about AMD. Intel's been having problems lately. Why am I on this screen if we're just like chatting? Hold on. We are in fact chatting. Hi. I'm just gonna waffle for a bit, I think. Let me get some lo-fi. Since we're randomly chatting here. We will get to games in a bit. But since I'm rambling, we might as well. But hi. So the thing with the AMD versus Intel, people have been basically saying that AMD is better for a number of reasons. One of the things that went on was Intel kind of fucked up their 13th and 14th gens. Wow, that is visually distracting. Yeah, they fucked up their 13 and 14th gens. So it was getting like more voltage than it was supposed to have and essentially frying their own chips. However, that has been fixed, and it's not just Intel has said they fixed it. It has actually been fixed. A number of like people in the tech community have said yes, the fix works now. So that has been fixed. Not only did they roll out firmware patches that fixed it, but newer built CPUs of those gens, like newer manufactured ones, are like hardwired to be like fixed. So if you had one of the old ones that was affected, it's fixed by firmware. If you have a newly made one, it is fixed in the hardware and the firmware, so it's like completely fixed. So despite me having a 14th gen, which is the generation that was getting fucked on, I've been assured it is fixed. I think they did recall some of the CPUs. I think they did. But yeah. It's also, it's also a thing of like, people didn't know if they've been affected unless their CPU got like fried. So a lot of CPUs may have been affected, but all it's done is like reduce the lifespan. But the lifespan's probably gone down from like what realistically would have lasted a decade to like maybe it lasts 8 years or 6 years, which is still longer than you would actually take to replace it. Normally you replace them every like 3 to 5 years. The problem was once the damage is too late, the CPU's fucked. Kind of. It depends, because like some people's got like only a tiny bit fucked. Some people's got like a little fucked to the point where it just decreased the lifespan, whereas others like completely fried their CPU. So like there's people who are affected, I have no idea they were affected. There's people who might have been affected, but all it's done is decrease the lifespan of the CPU. There's people who like had the gen at the time and just weren't fucked by it. And then there's the people who had their CPU fried. The other thing that's going on right now is AMD. A lot of people are saying like AMD is just doing better in terms of performance these days. But it's really, it's pretty marginal. It's one of those things where like tech enthusiasts look at it and go, well, AMD is 3% better. That's like huge. They're way better. And then you look at it and go, it's 3%. So, they're a little better. One of the big things they had going on was AMD had really, really good CPUs for just like jamming as many cores as possible in. Like AMD was going in there putting like 32 core CPUs and stuff. Whereas Intel had really, really good single core performance, but they would have less cores. So they'd have like say 8 cores, but each individual core is really good. Whereas AMD would have pretty good, but not as good individual cores, but there'd just be a lot of them. And both of those methods have their benefits. So like single core performance is really good for things like a particularly demanding game. If you've got like a demanding game that's only using like 4 of the cores, then having those cores be faster means better performance in the game. But if you're doing like lots of things at once, you're multitasking, then suddenly a lot of cores is more appealing. And things like if you're, for example, streaming, you might be running like OBS, VTuber program, sound program, plugins in the background, Chrome in the background, run a game at the same time, and you have all these things open at the same time. That's where like multiple cores can come in very helpful. However, they've kind of flipped around a little on that. So the Intel one I have has 20 cores. So streaming. But the Intel one that I got, this 14th gen, it's the i7 14th gen, has 20 cores. And I did notice there's a very big difference if you go like i3, i5, i7, i9. Each one has like progressively more cores. And the AMD one, I think had less cores, weirdly enough. The Intel version had more cores than the equivalent in AMD. How much did I buy it for? The CPU was, I think, I want to say around 300, ish. I want to say, yeah, I think it was about like 300, 315. That's in GBP, pounds. 1 second. But yeah, I also looked at the performance of the AMD one I was considering and compared it to the Intel one. And the Intel one actually came out on top. The Intel one actually was marginally better than the AMD option. For what is similar, they're basically equivalent to each other. The Intel one actually came out on top. So I went with Intel. On top of that, I've kind of always used Intel, and I'm more familiar with Intel, so if you like spout a bunch of fucking numbers at me of like the latest AMD model, I don't know shit. I literally had to ask Vi. The fly's back. I literally had to ask Vi like what the generations and what the numbers mean for AMD, whereas Intel I understand much better. Because Intel's pretty easy. It's just like i3 is the super budget, i5 is the mid-range, i7 is high-end, and then i9 is like the ultra high-end. And then like the 14 is the 14th gen, and then it's just like a 700 for the i7 one. And then the only complicated part is, fuck you, fly. The only complicated part is like the K and KF and stuff, but that's just like K for unlocked, the K in unlock. It's not complicated at all, not confusing at all. Yeah, unlocked, and then F is like, I think, no integrated graphics. Ah yes, graphics. Yes, I love my GIFs with my graphics. But yeah, I distracted myself by saying graphics wrong. I literally forgot what I was saying. Know that feeling? You're on AM5, so the end of the road for you? I forgot what AM5 is. But yeah, Jeffix card, yeah. I literally forgot what I was saying. I like took myself out of it so hard by saying traffic. 5th gen AMD. Okay. Something numbers. F is like no integrated graphics or something. I don't know why it's an F for that. But I like having integrated graphics, not because I'm going to use them often, but because it's like a fucking godsend for like actually working on a PC. Like, PSA, you know, I'm gonna get my hands back in, and then I'm gonna regret it because it's gonna like track weird. But I want to be able to gesture during conversation. Track lead. Bam. Hello. Hands. Ooh. PSA. Buy it with integrated graphics. Like, you're probably never gonna use it, but it's like £10 extra. For what it will save you so many headaches, right? If your graphics card ever gets fucked, having integrated graphics will make that so much easier to tell. If you are building it and you need to test things without the graphics card in, before you've put the graphics card in, integrated graphics is amazing. If you ever need to just plug a monitor in without like messing around, blah blah blah, drivers, just get integrated graphics, you can stick it in the motherboard. You don't need to deal with the drivers. It is such a godsend. If you ever have any technical issues whatsoever, just having that option there is so much better. It's technically not essential, and it is cheaper to buy without it, but it's like, oh god, it's just buy the graphics. It's not worth the hassle of not having it when you need it. If you're computer illiterate, if you're changing the motherboard to AM5 or above, does that mean you gotta change both CPU and GPU? Kind of, yes. So, I can only really talk from Intel's point of view, but I think it's more or less the same with AMD. So motherboards come with two things you need to worry about in regards to the CPU. Hello, that's 3 fingers. 2. So the CPU is set to a certain chipset. So for example, mine is LGA 1700, and I was previously on, I think, LGA 1511. Which is the number of pins in there. So there's 1,700 pins inside the socket on the motherboard, which matches the 1,700 pins on the CPU itself. If I were to buy a different CPU that had a different number of pins, it physically wouldn't match up. Like it literally physically wouldn't. The other thing to worry about is which ones it is firmware compatible with, because I have fried a CPU with this before. So previously, I had a motherboard that was LGA 1511, and then I got a new CPU that was a few generations ahead, but was also 1511. But it was too many generations ahead and the motherboard didn't support it. So it didn't have the right voltage or something, and it literally fried it fried the previous CPU and the motherboard because I kept switching them back and forth. And I got very lucky not to fry the new CPU, and I just had to buy a new motherboard and get rid of the old CPU. But yeah, so you need to basically check. So the board that I have now in here, that supports, I think it was 12th, 13th, and 14th. But if they brought out the 15th and it also used 1700, it would not be supported. So I couldn't put it in there. So this is the latest generation of CPU that this motherboard would handle. If I ever want to upgrade this, even if it was the same socket, I would need a new motherboard. So yeah. I think Intel did release a new one after the 14th, but it's not called 15th gen. I forget what it is called, but it uses another new socket. Blah, blah, blah. You need to watch for voltage. Basically, the easiest thing to tell is there'll be a number. It's like LGA something. So like LGA 1700 for mine. You need to make sure that's the same as your CPU. And the motherboard will usually support around about 3 generations, which it will say on the packet. So for example, this said, when I was buying it, supports 12th, 13th, and 14th gen Intel. So just make sure it supports the generation you're going for. The other thing is there's different sockets and different motherboards support different things. So I got an Intel one. It would not support an AMD CPU. So if I wanted to go with AMD, I would need an entirely, what is my hand doing? I would need an entirely different motherboard. So like if you're looking at AMD's ones, you need to look at AMD sockets and make sure it supports AMD chips. But it's the same process between the two. The two brands, it's very little difference in terms of that. It's just you need to make sure you're getting the right one for which brand you get. The GPU, however, is usually, and I say usually, technically not always, but effectively always compatible with any computer, more or less. As long as it fits in the card, in the PCIe slot, then it will usually work. The only things you need to worry about with a GPU is the power supply. So if you stick in a so let's say 50 series when it comes out, but you only have like a 500 watt power supply, you're gonna have problems. If you have like a 850, 1000 watt power supply, you're probably good, right? So you just need to make sure you have enough power for all your components. And the more high-end your GPU, the more power you will need. So I've got an 850 watt in there, and I'm currently using a 2080, but I will be going up to, I think it's a 3070, but the power difference is not that much. It should be fine with an 850. Your power supply is like 750. So again, I can't just tell you on the spot how much you'll need. You can do a little math to see like well, this is how much my CPU uses, this is how much my GPU recommends I have, then do that. And go a little bit above. I would recommend always going a little above what you need. However, an easy rule of thumb is to just get higher than you need. I would say, like, if you get an 850, you're pretty much fine. Unless you're going like ultra high end, then you kind of need the 1000 watt ones. But the thing is, if you go more wattage than you need, it doesn't really matter, because things will only draw the power they need. So if you have a 1000 watt power supply, but your computer only needs 500 watts, the computer will only draw 500 watts from the power supply. So the number on the power supply is kind of the maximum. So it could draw up to 1000 watts, but if it only needs 500, it'll only draw 500, essentially. So it's much better to just go above what you need, and then it'll be fine. And with power supplies, you're also looking out for like what certification it is. So mine is gold standard. The better the standard, the more expensive. Why is my hand freaking out? The better the standard, the more it will cost. Bronze is the minimum, and it goes bronze, gold, platinum, titanium, I believe. I think titanium's the best. I think titanium's better than platinum, right? And that essentially is the efficiency rating. So like bronze is like about 80 odd, and then like each one is progressively more efficient. They all say 80 plus, I'm pretty sure. But they essentially, the better it is, the more efficient it is. So if you have like a titanium one, you might be getting like 99% of the power. You might be like 99% efficiency potentially. And what that means for you at the end of the day is it's going to use less power and thus be less expensive. So if you had, for example, 1000 watt PSU, but it was like titanium standard, then your computer only draws like 500 watts. You're not paying for like 1000 kilowatt hours. You're paying for 500 kilowatt hours, and it's much more efficient. So it's going to cost less versus getting like a bronze one where there's some of the energy going to waste, so it uses more power and thus costs more in the long run. And that's basically all you have to worry about with PSUs, is just wattage and the standard. The other thing with the standard is if it has a standard, it's more likely to be legitimate. So even if it's bronze standard at least means that it has been certified. So while the standards are for energy efficiency, you have to get like certified to get it, which means that anything that has the standard is essentially certified, which means that if you get one and it doesn't have that, it's not certified and it's probably a dodgy one. But if it has it, you're more able to trust it. There's still been occasionally some not so great power supplies that did get like bronze standard or gold standard or whatever. But as a general rule of thumb, if it has a certification, it's probably legit. But yeah. Blah blah blah. Intel aim for Ryzen 7 5. I don't know shit about it. AMD. But yeah, if you're looking to upgrade, you may need to change the motherboard. The GPU is usually the thing that makes the biggest difference, but is also kind of the most expensive these days. And if you're going to a motherboard that supports DDR5, you'll want to switch to DDR5 RAM. If you're just going for a DDR4 one, then stick with DDR4. It's really just compatibility checking. And you can use something like PC Parts Picker to help out. So even I generally know what I'm doing. I generally know what I'm doing, but I still use like PC Parts Picker to check compatibility. Goes the RAM too. So the RAM depends. So DDR4 has been around since 2014 and was phased out pretty much like this year. So the newest motherboards support DDR5, but if you're going like even like a couple gens behind like the newest gen, if you're like 1 or 2 gens behind, then you're probably getting a DDR4 one. So if you already have DDR4 RAM, fuck you, Fly. If you already have DDR4 RAM and you're getting a DDR4 motherboard, then you can just put the RAM into the new one. If you're getting a DDR5 motherboard, you can only really put that in the DDR5. I saw the Fly for a second and then I grabbed the lid thingy and it's gone. RAM is normally backwards compatible, but again, upgrading is good for performance. Yeah, so RAM is compatible. Excuse me while I move my leap motion. And RAM is normally compatible as long as your motherboard supports the same type. So again, if you have a DDR4 motherboard, any DDR4 RAM should be compatible. If you have a DDR5 motherboard, any DDR5 RAM should be compatible. Is basically all you have to worry about there. There is stuff like I had problems with the voltage thing if I was going to do a 7000 Hertz, but that's not a problem unless you're going crazy with the RAM. The one other thing you need to worry about is mixing and matching RAM. Generally, it doesn't work very well. It can be done, but it tends to go badly. So the recommendation is if you're getting more RAM, if you're adding more RAM and not replacing your current RAM, you want to get the same RAM again. Ideally the same make and model. If you can't get the same make and model, you want it to be the same speed in the hopes that they sync up. But you can get issues if you have, let's say you get two, you have two 3000 ones, then you buy 2 other 3000 ones, but they're a different make and model. They're the same speed, but they might run at different times, which can cause them to not synchronize properly, which can cause some minor hiccups. Nothing crazy, but pretty minor. So generally, if you are adding new RAM, you want to make sure it's the same make and model, or just replace the RAM. So like, I mean, these days it's pretty easy. And not super expensive to go from like say 16 gigabytes to 32 by just swapping out the old like 8 gig ones for 2 16s. It's not that expensive these days, especially for DDR4. DDR4 is still quite cheap. I like how this has turned into a just chatting stream. Also, the alerts work now, I think. Wait, I don't have sound alerts on here? 1 second. Let me do this and I will copy the sound alerts over. Copy. I've got chat. I've got the normal alerts. I just don't have sound alerts. There we go. Let's see. Candida a Wapple? I think it was. Wapple! And Opa? There you go, Can. Any minute now. Opa! There we go. Since we're here. AMD RAM doesn't work on Intel CPU versus. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vi, but I'm pretty sure the only issue with that is with the like RAM built-in overclocking. So like Intel uses, I think it's XMP, and then AMD uses something else. But that's a little like FreeSync and G-Sync where like they're designed for each one, but they technically, you can still use it with the other, you just can't use that feature. So like if you had Intel XMP RAM, you can use it with an AMD CPU, you just won't be able to use in AMD's overclocking, and vice versa, I think. If I believe that's how it works. Yes, my cup over there is not at all lined up with my cup in real life. So like I'm reaching over here for my cup, and my cup is like all the way over there. Sure. Anything over around 2400 Hertz uses that. Yeah, true. If you don't get the right type, you tend to yeah. It's like having like that turned off is kind of, you're paying for speed you're not getting. But it is technically the overclocking. and you can technically use it without it. So, you know, it's a thing. I think, yeah, you don't, is there much else you even need to worry about when you're upgrading? I don't think there's that much. Nah, I forgot if I was going to talk about anything else with this. Bees. I mean, the case was very nice. I got a new case and it's huge. It's way bigger than I thought, but it's so much better for cable management because the PSU goes in the back, and I got a modular PSU, which is so helpful, honestly. My previous one had these massive, bulky, braided cords, and you couldn't remove them. It was non-modular. So I just had to like stuff them in the back, and then the glass panel on the back was just like put on there so tightly and like pressed on and then screwed in. And I swear it was bending, and I was so worried that it was just gonna shatter one day from like the pressure. This new one, not a problem. There's so much space at the back, and the modular one means I can just take out any cables I don't need, and it is so much more helpful. It is so nice. I love this, and the fact that like the PSU is at the back means I also have a very clean front of it. Everything is nice and clean, and there's like so much space at the bottom and top, so I can have my radiator and my fans at the very top, and still have room to spare. So I just accidentally touched the glass. So I don't have to worry about like putting an exhaust fan on the back and it being too tight. I have plenty of room for that. And there's even enough room down below that I've done a bottom up airflow system. So normally I wouldn't do that because the bottom is going to collect a lot of dust. But like, honestly, this is a great case for a bottom up airflow path. Because it just goes straight from the bottom where there is a huge gap. It's got a nice dust filter on it. It's very like open, but it's got a dust filter. Like there's no bars across the bottom. And then it's just a clear path all the way up through the GPU, over the CPU cooler, and out the radiator. It's very nice. I quite like that, actually. And theoretically, since it's blowing up, the dust shouldn't settle as much, I would hope. It's very nice. I'm going to put a picture in the... Well, I'm going to put a couple pictures in the Discord so you guys can actually see it. That looks like I'm touching my tit, but I'm holding my phone. Let me put a picture in there so y'all can see. I'll just put it in the general. Why not? I don't think there's a better spot for it. Not really. Okay. I have it able to change colors. So it starts rainbow when it starts up because it doesn't load the ones I've set it to. But then it's like, I have it set to either blue or magenta, and then I added white. The white though, I don't know how I feel about for one specific reason, which is the colors don't match, like the shades of white. Wow, my leap motion is going crazy. I'm hoping the glass isn't reflecting my face in any of these or anything. I'm pretty sure it isn't. But yeah, basically the white, the RAM, looks a little bit of a warmer white, while the rest of it's kind of a colder white, which isn't really that much of a problem. But when I took a photo, for some reason my phone camera picked up the red, like the red LED way more. So the RAM looked like subtly red, like, you know, the red lightsaber where it's like white in the middle and then red on the outside, like a red glow to it. It looked like that on the photo, and I had no idea why, because it was not like that to my eye. Whereas the rest look nice and white. To the eye, it's noticeable, but it's not that bad. The problem that I have right now, and this is the really big problem with all the LEDs that I've done, is my current GPU is fucked. Specifically the LED on it. the blue LED on my GPU doesn't work properly. It's like half the brightness of the other LEDs for some reason. So if I do, say, cyan, it ends up really green. So I have to push it into like very like deep blue to get a cyan. I'm going into like almost entirely blue just to get cyan. And then for magenta, I have to push it like way more into blue than red to get anything kind of purpley or like magenta-y rather than just red or like pink. So it's a little awkward. Then the white, if I ever try to put it to white, it ends up like very yellowy green or greeny yellow, sorry. It's just that blue one is fucked. And it's really awkward because it's on like cyan now, but it's really dim compared to the rest of it. And the magenta goes very dim, and then I have to turn it off for the white because it's just yellow, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that won't be a problem when I get yours, Vi. We do need to sort that out. Now that I have everything set up. You got 4 DDR4 RAM, so you're going to have to upgrade all of it. I mean, that depends. Are you switching to a DDR5 motherboard? Because if you're keeping a DDR4 motherboard, then you can just keep your RAM and it's not really a problem. Drinking looks so weird. I look like I'm just going like, yeah, you know? Yeah. Oh, that doesn't work properly. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, no idea how recent that is. You'll see when you look for a new motherboard, it will quite obviously say on it DDR4 or DDR5. If it's DDR4, you'll be fine. I like how this is a Dishonored stream, and we've been in the Dishonored category this whole time, and we're now 45 minutes into stream, and I've done nothing but waffle about PCs. So that's pretty cool. You're switching motherboard and CPU in another 2 years? Yeah, you'd probably be best off getting DDR5 around then. If you're gonna get a new one and you're going for anything kind of new, anything recent gen, then yeah, you're gonna probably want that. DDR5 is so much better though. Like I think the maximum for DDR4 was around about 3,000 odd, or I think it was like 3,400. I think so. The ones I had were 2,400 before, which was good when I got it. Terrible a few years later. 3,700, right? Okay. Because like it went up to like around 300 was the average, and then it was around like 3,000. Sorry, 3,000 was the average, and then up to around 3,000, like 200 or 3,400, and then it's like they stopped selling ones less than 2,400 for the most part. You could still buy them, but it was very hard to find, and there was no point in it. So they more or less stopped making ones slower than 2,400. So mine kind of fell off so hard it became the slowest type, which was quite sad. And yeah, so DDR4 was capped at, I think, around 3,400 odd. But Vicing with overclocking, it could go up to 3,700. While the DDR5 ones go up to 7,000 currently, and who knows, they might go even higher. We might hit 10,000, because I think DDR4 was around for like a full decade, and DDR5 might be around for another decade. So, you know, we may be hitting like 10,000 with DDR5 at some point in the coming years. But yeah, starting to think she just hire Vi as a consultant next time we change parts. I mean, yeah, Vi's very helpful. I was asking Vi. Even as someone who knows what I'm doing mostly, asking Vi questions was very helpful. Having that like second opinion is amazing. DDR4 is the start of the tech, DDR5 is it pushed. Wasn't there like DDR3 and stuff before that? Wasn't like DDR4 the first gen? Hence the name. Go to his old league coach. SSDs. Oh yeah, SSDs are the other big thing. I still have one hard drive in there and I had some problems with it that I was fixing all yesterday. Yeah, I had problems with it. I really want to switch it out for an SSD. So recently when I was having problems, I switched my main boot drive out for a SATA SSD. I would like to do the same with the hard drive. But yeah. So what Vi's talking about there is there's kind of two different types of SSD. Well, technically there's more than two, but there's two we need to worry about. There's M.2 and there's SATA. And SATA go in the same connection as your hard drives. So they use literally the same cable, a SATA cable, and they plug in more or less the same place. So it's basically identical. You can just straight up swap a hard drive for a SATA SSD. However, the M.2 ones you need to make sure you have a slot for. M.2 goes directly into the motherboard. There's this like tiny little slot and you stick one in there and then you can push it down and it kind of looks like the relic from Cyberpunk. But yeah, you slot it in there and there's some weird like things, like some of them are RAID and some of them are some other shite. Some M.2 ports are used for like internet, whereas others support like SSDs. So you need to make sure you have the slots for it. My old motherboard only had one slot for an M.2 SSD. I think this one has more, but the fun thing with this one is it's got a like heatsink built in. So my previous one didn't, and it didn't make much of a difference. The M.2 never got like hot enough to be a problem, but this one has one built in, which is just a nice feature. Like, it's not necessary, but it's nice. It's never gonna overheat. But yeah, I think there's space for another M.2 or two. The thing with M.2s though is they're way faster than SATA, but also way more expensive. So a 1 terabyte M.2 cost me as much as, if not more than, a 2 terabyte SATA SSD. And these days, SATA SSDs cost about as much as hard drives do. It used to be that SSDs were like insanely expensive. And by that I mean like, you used to be paying like about £60 for a hard drive. A 2 terabyte hard drive would run you about 60 to 100. And then an SSD would be like £300. We're now down to where like a SATA SSD is around £100-200, and you can get 2 terabytes very easily. And hybrid drives were made to be this like yeah, the hybrid drives were made to be this compromise between a hard drive and an SSD, where it's supposed to be like most of your stuff is stored on a hard drive, but then you have this SSD component that is smaller and it's like a small section of it, and it works almost like RAM, where anything that's frequently used gets moved to the SSD part, and then when you stop using it, it gets moved back to the hard drive part. So you would have these two sections working in tandem in the same hard drive thing, the same storage drive. The problem with it is it was never actually much cheaper. It was supposed to be an in-between, so it's supposed to be like between the price of a hard drive and an SSD. But now SSDs are so cheap that there's no point buying a hybrid drive over a straight SSD. You can get the same storage, you can get like 2 terabytes SSD, where every single thing on there is just as fast. It has less points of mechanical failure. You don't have to worry about dropping it or anything. You don't have to worry about magnets or anything really. It's way harder to damage and lose your data. It runs better, it's faster, everything about an SSD is better. And you can get it for like less than the price of a hybrid drive. So that was one technology that never really worked out for them, unfortunately. I think it was a good idea, but it just never ended up being worth it. SSDs came along so fast that hybrid drives never got cheap enough to be worth it. Fuck you, Fly. Why are the numbers so weird? They can be. One of the things with storage drives is they kind of lie to you. So if you buy a 2 terabyte one, it's normally actually about 1.8 terabytes. And there's reasons for that. It's some fuckery between like gigabytes and gigabytes and terabytes and tibibytes. And most people don't know the difference, and there's this awkward marketing where they will label like tibibytes as terabytes and gigabytes as gigabytes when they're not the same. The effective answer for it is like 1 terabyte is 1000 gigabytes, but it's like 1.8 gigabytes or something like that. They're not quite the same. I forget the exact conversion. But it is kind of just an annoying like point of confusion that has mostly came from like manufacturers and resellers just not labeling their stuff correctly. And I mean, it would be complicated to explain to the average consumer what a gigabyte is. Stands for giga binary byte, by the way. It's like it's a gigabyte but binary, which is a way of saying it's a more precise measurement. So where a gigabyte is like exactly 1,000, a gigabyte is like whatever the binary closest number is or something. I forget. I could look it up actually. How much is a gigabyte? Right, okay, so 1 gigabyte is 1.073 gigabytes. So you see how that gets kind of awkward? What is it in, like, megabytes? Yeah, so it's 1024 megabytes, which is why it's less confusing if you know the things. So it's like, it's just 1024, which makes sense in binary. And then you just start like going up from there. It's like 1 terabyte is 124 gigabytes. If I look at individual bytes versus a gigabyte, that's also 1024. So it's the same thing. It's just 1024 each time, and then that stacks up to make more and more of a difference compared to the ones that are just 1,000. Which, yeah, is a thing. It's hard to make one explode. NZXT tried really hard a few years back. Yeah, it's hard to, like, fuck up a computer so hard it explodes. It's hard to even make them set fire these days. I mean, a long time ago it was a lot easier, but they've made them a lot safer. The PSU is the only thing you need to worry about exploding or setting on fire generally. Like, I literally I was messing around with my drives and I had my computer with all the PSU cables dangling out of it, with the drives just like out in the open on carpet for like a good like 4 hours while I was copying my drives over, and somehow I didn't start a fire. So that just shows how safe they've got these days. But there has been 1 or 2 like dodgy PSUs that do like explode. And when they explode, it's not like they explode and fucking blow up your room and kill you. All that happens is there's a loud bang and some smoke, and it probably fries your computer. So it's an electrical explosion, not an explosion. Which, yeah, that again only really happens if you like catastrophically fuck something up, or if you've just got a dodgy PSU, and they make it so insanely hard to catastrophically fuck something up. Like, literally, the PSU cables are keyed, so you physically can't put them in the wrong place. So like, even if you tried, it wouldn't work, generally speaking. You literally couldn't do it wrong enough to set it on fire. Yeah, the software can be a pain. I think the real problem with software is the amount of like random like bloatware that comes with your drivers and your like installation stuff for making a new PC. Like, if I went with Asus's RGB control, I would have had to get, I think it's Armory Crate, which has a bunch of like extra monitoring bullshit in it, and it's full of bloatware, which is like, Hi Venom, we're supposed to be playing Dishonored. We're not. I'm chatting about PCs. Don't worry about it. And like MSI had Dragon Center, which was also just bloatware and was really fucking annoying. And I had a right fucking time with the Intel drivers this time. Some Intel rapid storage technology bullshit was messing with my drive. And yeah, there's been a bunch of fuckery. I might actually have to, I might have to move this. The lid I got for that candle to try and get that fly is just emitting scented candle smell really strongly next to me, and it is messing with my airway. Excuse me for 1 sec. I'm gonna have to just tolerate the fly, which sucks, but you know, I'm gonna put this away before I start going into a coughing fit. Don't mind me just like tripping out and freezing. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm here. Trying to optimize your shit and change stuff around you. I honestly wouldn't worry too much about that. Unless you're literally overclocking, it's not really a problem. You can get like factory overclocking that literally just comes with the thing when you buy it. So a lot of GPUs will do that. Some CPUs as well. You buy it and it just is already overclocked. It's like my 2080 is overclocked from the factory. The other one is like inbuilt overclocking, so like XMP for RAM, for example. There's some Intel bullshittery motherfucker, I don't know, supposed to make the CPU run better, which I have turned off because I didn't want to fuck things up when I've just built it. I don't know, they like building in their own overclocking. It's usually safe to go with like factory or inbuilt overclocking. It's only when you're going like custom overclocking you need to really worry about anything. I don't know how you get like 100 viruses without realizing it is my thing. I could understand you getting one virus and it duplicating 100 times, because that's kind of what they do. But like, how do you get 100 viruses? Oh my god, guys, my sister was the fucking worst for it. She would get so many viruses, so much malware on her laptops. She literally went through like 3 different laptops because she just like she just kept destroying it with malware. And I'm like, how do you do this? Like, genuinely, how? Like, I am going on like piracy websites and not getting malware, and she is just like, I don't know what she's doing. Like, she's not going on porn sites. She's not really pirating things that much. Okay, she went on a few piracy sites, but like, it was the same ones I was using. And like, I don't think she was like opening weird emails or just like intentionally clicking dodgy ads. So I'm like, how? Like, what did she do? Like, she's not doing anything that weird. How does she have that many? It's so weird. You're doing Malwarebytes check every month? Yeah, I have Malwarebytes. I do it anytime I get suspicious. If I click a link that I think is dodgy or I get a weird pop-up, I'll immediately run Malwarebytes. Normally it's fine because I have like pop-up blockers, so anything that does try to open a pop-up just immediately closes and doesn't do anything. But you can get malware that literally just like boop, it will open for like a split second, you have malware and it closes itself in like the blink of an eye. I've had that one happen before and it was a pain in the ass to deal with. Because literally no matter how fast your reactions are, the moment you see it, it's already too late. So you kind of have to immediately respond by like cutting the internet and running malware bytes or something. And I just keep Windows Defender running. It works fine. People shit on Windows Defender. It's surprisingly good. It keeps updated. It's pretty damn good. It doesn't come with any like weird bloatware bullshit. It's completely free and it does the job. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just keep Windows Defender on and then use Malwarebytes whenever I need it, and it serves me well. I like never get malware. Defender is actually low-key good. Exactly. It's very low-key. A lot of people shit on it, but like it is good. It is surprisingly good. What the hell is VRAM and why can I overclock it? VRAM is like video RAM. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Vi, you may know better than me. But I believe it's essentially the RAM for your GPU, which stores like frequently used data. So for example, if you are looking at something, it needs to render that object, right? You're playing a game, you start looking at something, it renders that object. If that object is staying in frame, it doesn't want to keep re-rendering the same object every frame. You know, you're doing like 60, 120, maybe 165 hertz, sorry, 100 frames per second. It doesn't want to keep rendering the same object 165 times per second. Especially if you're just sat there staring and not even moving your mouse around. So all it will do is just cache that into the video RAM, and that way it can render it like insanely easily. It takes way less effort and it's way faster. And then that will just do that for anything you're frequently rendering. So like yeah, if you're staring at something and just like not looking around much, that's very easy for it. If there's objects that are frequently being rendered, it'll do that as well. As for overclocking it, normally that's just, I think, you'll just use the built-in ones for that. Normally, and if it's built in, it's fine to turn on usually, and it'll just give you a little more performance. Bye. Oh. I actually touched the fly. I didn't think I would. I didn't swat it. I just nudged it. Like I just kind of boop. Like not actually like swatting it much, just like get out of here. Just get out of here, you know? Like not like fully like bam, die. Just like a boo, get out. Just okay, my hand tried. Boop. And I touched it. I totally wasn't expecting to. I touched it and I diverted its flight. It was going like bzzz, and then I just like touched it and bzzz. What a strange little guy. I don't want him in my room. I saw him come in like yesterday or the day before, and now he's just existing here, and I don't like him. I don't think I have any spiders right now to get him, and if I do, they're too small. But yeah. Should we like actually play a game? Wait. Oh, I was confused for a second. I was like, why do I have VC face turned off and yet I'm right here talking? I have Spout 2 and normal. This is more fun. I mean, it is pretty fun talking about computer stuff, but we were here for Dishonored, and I have been in the Dishonored category for over an hour now. Share the eldest sibling or the youngest? Youngest. I'm younger. I mean, I have a sister-in-law too. Okay, that was the worst shush. Eh, it doesn't track my finger properly there. Shh. I have older sister energy though. I really don't. I really don't. What I have is mommy issues. I wanna play a game. Let's I was expecting this to be like a 2 and a bit hour stream where I do like one mission and then we end the stream and maybe go raid someone. Instead, it's now after 6 and we haven't started the game. So, yeah, I have mommy issues, you and Ravel have daddy issues, it's fine. Well, I have both, technically. I say technically. There's no technically about it. I have both. But I have parental issues. It's fine. I have a new mum there, and her name is Vi, and she's very lovely, and helps me, and is very wise, and gives me advice. And I really appreciate her. You have no issues, just too goated? Damn. Couldn't be me. Accept. Now that I've talked for an hour and my voice is dying. Oh god, you seem to have adopted a family. Yeah. Your mum there. I mean, I did literally say like Happy Mother's Day to you. So, yeah. Your mum there, whether you like it or not. Also, this is gonna get weird because Nika's gonna be my new VTuber mom technically, because she's making my new model. So, yeah, that's a thing. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I've said it on stream yet. I got a job. I have mentioned it to people. I don't know if I've said it on stream. I got a job, and I got the offer through today. I need to do a bunch of paperwork bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna be freaking exhausted. I will probably be getting home late. I should turn my my leap motion off. I will be getting home late, and also I'd also probably be freaking exhausted, so it might affect streams a bit. Besides streams possibly moving to more like 7 p.m, I may also be too tired for some streams, so I might need to pull a Vi and occasionally being like, yo, I'm exhausted. I cannot stream today. But I'm not starting just yet. I assume it's going to be after Christmas. It'll probably be sometime in January, if I had to guess. So, yeah, that's a thing that's coming up. Expect change in the future. Anyway, Dishonored. And it's pulling a Vi. I mean, I'm sorry, but you do it more often. I tried really hard for a very long time to be not absent, to not cancel streams as much as possible. But then there were a few times where I was like really ill, and obviously life started getting in the way because, you know, when I made that commitment, I had nothing else going on. So it's like, yeah, sure, it's like the afternoon when I'm gonna be home anyway. But then I got a job before, and then I've had like volunteering and blah 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 blah, and God, it's exhausting. And there's so much commitments, and life does kind of get in the way. So I may have to change things. The last thing I remember from this was we walked in and we're told that they were attacking our base. So I'm gonna yank a bunch of stuff. Lore, who is this? Is it just a random one? Is it Billy? I don't know. It's Lore though. But yes, they're, I guess, attacking the base. So we're gonna go murder people. I don't like that he like doesn't have a fancy one, you know? What's my like sheath button again? That one. Like he just does this, he doesn't like flip it around. Like not only is the knife not fancy, it's just a normal ass knife. He doesn't even do like a fancy flip, he just pulls it out. And it's really boring. Also the way he puts it away kind of spasms a little bit. Which is kind of strange. Okay, let's get our eyes. I was trying to see if there's any stealables, but there's not. So this should be my base. I remember coming through here as core room, actually. This exact location. I remember that specific chain and everything. Eh. There's no charms down there. As long as he doesn't leave.
Wait, who is that?
No one? I was gonna say, as long as he doesn't leave anything behind.
Could the city get any worse?
Can you, like, come investigate?
Something killed.
Oh, shit. That's a problem. Ah, balls.
Get behind him.
That's not good. How many people know? Okay, someone knows. Okay, we're gonna try that again. This guy kind of saw me when I didn't want him to. So we're just gonna... And then... What? Someone over there? A little weird. It's fine. Yeah. They're far enough away that it's not really a problem. Grenade on the floor. Boom. Boom. Lord. Can I go up? I can. I know. There we go. And I have the key because it's my place. You know, I kind of like these where it's like your own like home has been turned against you, your own like home base, and you now have to like reclaim it. It's a very cool premise for a mission, and it makes for a very fun one because you still have some level of power. Like you know the layout, you have the keys, you have like nooks and crannies that the enemies don't know about, and stuff like that, which I think is very cool. You don't see me. Aww, boy died. Okay.
Probably
I kind of.
just a...
Oh, don't look the same. I think it'll be a fun one to maybe do in D&D, but maybe not the D&D campaign I'm running right now, just because we don't really have a home base, per se. Oh, someone noticed. Aw, they killed so many of my boys. Maybe you just didn't find our treasures. Lore? Salt plant?
This map shows a coordinated sweep of the flooded district, but the overseers here didn't stick to the plan. Someone must have tipped them off.
I need that guy out the way because he can
Is
fuck
it
me up.
true that more bone charms have been taken from apostate who've lived here for years? Killing and stashing
hello?
treasure.
Interrupted
These
your
buildings
friend's
are probably riddled
sentence?
with trapdoors and false walls.
Okay, is he... okay, he's being awkward. Come here. much do I have? Only one. I could get agility, but Shadow Kill 2 would be nice. So fun fact about that one, I don't have to actually move, I just have to hold a movement to get rid of the pause time.
Look out. We got someone skulking around.
So like, for example, time is paused. If I'm like in the corner, I can't move now. It still unpauses time. Oop. Oop. It's pretty cool. Useful. I'm glad they did it that way. Slow.
Treasures are hidden away in secret vaults somewhere in these ruins.
Hopefully no one's gonna see me long range. I like the mana regenning faster. At first I didn't really notice it much, but now I'm like, yeah, that is so much faster. It is a huge upgrade. Ooh, my boots are so quiet. I can barely hear my footsteps at all. Indeed, I believe so. Why do we have so many like bone charms and runes just like strewn around our own
If he
base
comes back, I'll earn
that I
another
haven't
promotion.
taken or used? So I just remembered I got one. Ooh. Mhm. See, this one's theoretically nice, but I always have my weapon out. That one. I want to zoom. Yo, I am faster! Holy! So good. You know, a little, but not enough.
Will you be needing to see
Oh, that was close.
this year?
That was a close one. Yes, yes. Did I drop on this guy? Smoking too much. Okay. Slightly mistimed. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. No? Apparently he was a little bit alert. Hello, rats. I've got a snack for you. Hello. Have a nice dinner. That is so convenient. I can delete his body, so I just feed it to the rattles. And they're so happy. They love me so much. They're my friends, and I don't eat them. Okay, that's like inside the building. Okay, so we have a captured assassin down there. Let's get rid of the guy on Overlock. Like so. Oh, they saw that. apparently. They didn't kill the assassin. That's kind of weird. There was no actual body, but they were like, a body!
This is a waste.
There's multiple.
These
Okay.
ones never talk.
So I could summon one. That would alert a lot, but we'll see. We could summon hell.
Look at this. Are you paying attention? I am going to pull the pin in a moment. No one will even know you're here.
Have an assassin. Oh! That's the problem.
Get off this time.
Okay. New plan.
Never talk.
Attack that one specifically. Wrong power. Attack that one specifically. Oh, he shot his friend! That's so good. Thank you, friend. I think I got shot by my own assassin there. I heard a crossbow hit me. But it's fine. Nice. He did good. He actually beat one of those guys in a fight. They're so tough to beat.
My hands are bound. Untie me.
Or
Okay. I'll watch for your sign.
Coolio. 5. There's one down. Be 3 more. Gotcha. Wait, I only see 2 more. Prowler? Is that right, kids?
None of this would have gotten
Thank you. I'll await your signal.
killed the Empress.
Gotta get rid of this guy. Gotta get rid of him. Jesus. There we go. Okay. Whew. 2 more. Have you ever heard of Disco Elysium? I have. I've heard a lot of people being gay about it. So there's... Is that like 2? Or... Because I'm supposed to free 2 more. Is it 2 in one place? What are you? Health. There. Yeah, I know all of it. I know all of it. Okay, I think we've pretty much cleared out this whole area. Oh. I was gonna say, so it's just the golden left, but there's a bit there. I see a path up through there, but I don't think that would lead me to here. Or would it? It would. Look. Okay, we have a plan. We have a plan of attack. I think, and unless it's just not going to work with me. That looks like a way across. Am I wrong? There's like really clear pipes that seem like they'd lead there. Oh, I guess you can't go up that? That's sad, because that seemed like a really cool way along. Look, it goes like across there, and then up there, and there. Aww. My cool exploration turned out to not be a cool exploration. That's sad. I guess we'll just have to go through the building. This is fine. That's what I was trying to do. Is that a... Why did my brain go to say milk? What? I looked at this and I was thinking, like, is it a mana one? And my brain went to say, is that a milk one? Fucking what? Excuse me, I think I need to restart my brain for a second. What? Okay, we're good. We're good. A milk one? That's so stupid. Why am I so stupid? Bro, it's not a milk potion. That's so funny. Good. Is that a milk potion? Oh, okay, one's here. We'll fuck up my powers. Why are you, like, by default got the power thingy?
This one's done. There isn't
There
any
we go.
fight left in him.
Well, I have company. Murder specifically. Oh shit. That guy. Hello.
Get behind him! Clear the line!
My work is complete.
Good job, buddy. Sending them after the one that scares me.
Okay. I'll watch for your sign.
Yes, the greatest assassin in the world, the assassin master Dowd, who lets his underlings take the scary ones. Heretical artifact. Superstitious. That's mad. Facts at their temporary headquarters. Huh. I have no idea where that is, but sure. I probably should have actually read the note. But I'm so quiet. I make like no footsteps. No stippy steps.
Enough! We don't have time for useless speculation. Dowd could be here any moment. We must be vigilant.
Dowd? Oh. Dowd can't climb a chain, apparently. Wait, where's my stairs? There's clearly an upstairs. How do I get there? I should know. Been through here as Corvo. But they blocked this. This way, probably. Yeah, okay. Are you staring at the window? You are. That's my office. Oh, hello. Okay, here's what we like to call a problem child.
Yes, of course.
There we go. Stabby. We have so many health potions and no mana ones. This door just opened all by itself. How strange. Don't look at me.
Damn it!
Shit.
Someone's down.
I had to try. This door opened all by itself. Stop it! Fucking okay. It's not gonna be that easy. It's I had to see. I had to see. I had to. You understand. It was imperative that I test that out twice. Okay, there's guy there, guy there. How can I see them through that properly? Because it thinks it's glass. Or he's too far. I could like do a fancy like choke dust or something. I've never used this before though. Thought.
Sir, if I could just say, the men aren't here.
And then start the blast. Yo, he got him blind. I don't know if my boy died or just bamfed out of there, but he kind of did the job for me. Straight up, like he just fucking murked the guy I was after. And also fought off a bunch of other guys. That's pretty good. Honestly, my boy is there like carrying me in this one. And I got my choke this time. The original. This is the worst fucking. The original tier 1 assassins kind of suck, but like the tier 2, pretty good. It's a shame they don't like actually backstab people, they just start a fight. But like they're pretty good at it. You can like guarantee take out one of those Music Man. Music Man. I could get Ben Time's normal one. I did want this. This is also good. But the stop time is insane, so I'm gonna go for this, and then we'll save for stop time. Yeah, that's perfect. Chances are very good. See, like, here's another one where I could just, like, boom, and then kill that guy. That's a lot of boys, though.
Look out, got someone skulking around.
Yeah, you did. It's an assassin. Oh, well, that's not the one I wanted. Like, flex darts is all. I did tell him to go for that one. It's supposed to go for who you aim for, but I guess the other guy was closer. Yeah. So not one. Okay, that's fine. We have better ways of dealing with that many people. Namely, I can teleport down and start the one.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Like so.
Look sharp. We got a prowler. Where are you?
Damn it! Someone's down.
Oh, shit. That was sudden.
A body. Someone will pay for this.
Be restless. Reveal yourself.
But that kind of gets them all to spread out. Come down
When I
here.
find you, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, now I hear you.
No, you don't.
Damn, where is he? Someone's been killed.
Someone's been killed. Ah, fly. Hi?
Give yourself up. Come out.
Come where I can murder you,
Both know
please.
you're weak at heart.
Got a heart? That's a new one, bro.
Oh, I'll find you.
And last guy is the problem child, but I have a friend for
I know you're
you.
here.
Hi. Have a friend. Fuck. I fucked it
I'll
up.
feed your heart
Have
to the hounds.
them.
Guards, to me.
Well, you don't have any guards. Just die, please. Ow. These guys. No. Fuck you. Ow. Joke's on you, I have the power of fucking gun. It doesn't work. There we go. Die, please. Please die. Please fucking die. This guy does not die. He's screaming. Okay, it's fine. My boy did not get summoned quickly enough there, which was kind of not ideal. I don't think I needed bend time.
Feel yourself.
I saved a little earlier than I realized. So what I wanted to do
Oh, I'll find you.
was summon a boy on,
Someone's down.
but I struggled a little.
I know you're here somewhere, scum.
Like the plan is to boom,
There you are.
and then murder them together. Good job. There we go. See, that was much better. Ah, that was not chaotic at all. Anyway, hi Variona. Hello. So let's go ahead and help my boy out now. After I almost died.
I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
Cool, yeah. Bye. Don't know where they go. Like, they're using blink, but they're not exactly blinking. Also, I'm pretty sure my assassins get my blink and things. Let me take a look. Powers, arcane bond. They get blink and vitality. If I upgrade this for 4 rooms, they get pull, bend time, and shadow kill. I don't have pull. Why there's pull? Assassins move at normal speed. Oh. Purchase each power that can be shared before buying that level. Well, I don't have pull, but like, I have bend time? That is interesting. So if I get max level bend time, that would be these guys can move with time stopped. And that would explain why, as Corvo, Dowd could move even with bend time. But that doesn't explain. I guess canonically Dowd didn't give his boys this second level. No, he did, because like they have pull. I guess it depends which ones. Like the ones I'm summoning are not the same ones he's necessarily shared all this power with. Because like they all have blink, that's pretty common. But pull is used during the assassination. Only Dowd seems to be like immune to bend time. I don't know if they have shadow kill canonically or not. Oh, give me that. What is it? Contested interactions. No, I'm good. I could really do with some mana ones, but I've seen like nothing but health. You're assassin. Are there any more things around? Like runes? Bone charms? Have I got them all? Seems like I have. Another health one. Hey! The whole place is more or less cleared out. Fine. It's another health. Explosive.
What is your will?
Kill him. We're very murdery, but I don't know what other overseers there are.
Cut them down.
Master Dowd.
I guess we're gonna go raid their base? hello. Oh. Never mind. I have no idea where they were.
Give me a report.
The Overseer leader is dead. We gave his body to the river crusts. After you freed our men, they routed the remaining Overseers. We control the Commerce Building again. They were planning a larger assault, but this group of Overseers attacked early, without the others from the Abbey.
Where's Lurk?
I'm here. I was held up. The Overseers had us trapped.
Where are you?
Oh. You.
Yes, me. Everything is falling into place. Though I'd hoped the Overseers would be capable of finishing you in one try. Overseer Hume was just a little too ambitious. Fortunately, I still have one card left to play. Lurk?
Sorry, Dowd. But you knew this was coming. Even if you didn't think it was so soon. You've been slipping. Ever since the Empress died. It's my time now.
Your little empire's fallen to bits. Your men are dead in the streets, and our dark-eyed friend has lost interest in helping you.
Quiet, Delilah. You're right. But I'm going to show respect. Dowd. Blades out. We'll do this properly.
Well, I don't want to kill her. Oh shit, you got weird stuff. Okay. Ow. This is fine. Okay, so that did not give me even a second to sort this out. Oh, she has that shit too. Okay. Lurk's got all my good shit, apparently. I need to figure out my abilities. And I don't remember half of the things. Ow. He really did not give me a second. 4. Yeah. Come back up there. Well, anyway, I'll start blasting.
I knew it would come to this, Dowd. It's our nature.
I am being really murdery, but I kind of don't want to. I'm really murdery, but I don't want to kill her. Sorry, Lurk. Well, that sucks.
You
I like
once
them.
told me Billy Lurk was your finest pupil. Fast and strong with a sharp mind. It's no accident she was the only woman you ever trained. And she proved even more ruthless and deceptive than you thought. But she was no match for you. This is why, in a city of horrors, parents will scare their children with a legend of Dowd, the Knife of Dunwall, who never chose sides, who preyed on the city's lords, who never swore fealty, who brought down overseers, once even an empress. I wonder what the final chapter will be. What happens to scary monsters?
Yeah, Corvo happens.
In the end.
And unfortunately, Corvo is what happens. So that wasn't the cleanest. But hey, we got 2 rooms and 3 bone charms. There is apparently 0 kind to find. But it was our own place. We got rid of all the boys, we got all our assassins back, and we sadly killed Billy. I mean, I'd say it went well, other than like that end fight. I did not get a second to like figure out what the fuck I'm pressing. And I was trying to switch to bend time and I couldn't find which button it was on. And then like turns out she can move in bend time anyway. And yeah, I was struggling to get my stuff sorted and I fell off a building. So that went well. I wasted like all my resources. Is that the end of this DLC? I know there's like a second one that's part 2. I don't know if that's the end of this one or if there's more to this specific one. Oh, I guess that's the end of this one. Well then. I mean, it's literally like part 1. They basically made the DLC and split it in 2. So I'm not gonna give my like thoughts of the DLC because like it's in 2 parts. We're gonna play the other part. Also, that was only like a 30 minute mission. We talked for like an hour, and it's only like 1:47 now. We talked for like an hour and 10 minutes or so. Are you just playing the outro song from the main game? Is it like a instrumental remix? Okay, I don't think we need to go through the entire thing because we're going to do the next bit. But we did in fact murder like everyone, including Billy, which is sad. Let's go back. And then we have missions, DLC, blam blam, and this one basically picks up where that left off, I believe. So let's just go straight in. High Chaos, yep. Knife, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Retrieve your equipment and powers. Yep. High Chaos. Yes. We're very murdery. Let's go. That is fun.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. It's been months since I killed the Empress, but it feels like only seconds ago I heard her yelling for her daughter, Emily. Corvo's face going slack with shock. And somewhere in my head, the outsiders laugh. Come to collect on our debt? Did you ever think you deserved to lose your Empress? That a better man took her life, while you gaped like a fool? Come on, Corvo. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, this is not exactly how it went down before. I don't know how to win those. Yeah. I only have one. Hello? Ow? Oof. Boy's actually having nightmares about it.
Damn it.
Sir, Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
That's a lot of blood. Deliver or attempt the killing blow on Corvo. Again, achievement for technically winning the fight. I can hear that there's a thing here. But you done it. Hello. I want to steal my own stuff, because why not? Ah! My stuff's in the wrong order. I'm missing half my stuff too. So it's supposed to be, I think, 6. No, that was A. That was 7? That was 9. That was 0. And then I had a bunch of other stuff on those, which I no longer have. I can do that again. Hello.
They fought a brave fight. Idiots. Maybe their deaths will teach the living.
Do I have my bone charms? I have them, but they're not equipped. That one was nice. It's pretty nice. I like zooming. That one was amazing. That was also pretty good. No. Yeah.
Abby never changes.
Hello. Why do we just have like runes sitting around that I'm not using? Pull's actually in here this time. So yeah, that previous one we did, we could give our boys pull, but we couldn't have pull ourselves. Whereas now they've made it so that we can. That's interesting. And I know in the second one, Emily gets like a blink that's also pull. They're like combined into one ability. I did kind of want that. I wanted level 2 of this, and also I want this. But it seems like now I need to get that, whereas in the first one they might have had pull even if I didn't, because I couldn't get it. Interesting. Right, what can I steal from my own place so it's not stealing?
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Excellent. Lizzie has enemies inside Coldridge. If we play this right, she'll be begging to do business with us.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
I'm
At
gonna
your
stick
pleasure.
around for now. I want to have a look around.
After Corvo's escape, it's going to be more difficult to break into Coldridge. They've installed arc pylons, and they're blurring overseer music over the loudspeakers.
Oh.
Our talents will be suppressed until we get inside.
Is that how that
I
works?
have other talents.
They can play it. They don't need a music box. They can just play it over speakers. I don't know it worked long range like that. I thought it was something with the music box itself. I thought it was like a magic one. Corrupted charm. Ooh, that's another one that wasn't in Dishonored 1 base game, but is apparently in here now.
You did right, sir. That witch had to die.
That
What?
witch was twice the fighter you'll ever be.
Damn, you don't have to be rude about it, but yeah. Oh, this is her stuff. It's like a little memorial to her. But I am gonna yank the charm from it. Some of the cost. Bone charms. Enemies have a high chance to miss ranged attacks. You're more visible. Why would I want that? Why would Billy want that? That's useless.
We'll start again in a minute. Just listen. This business with the witches, there's no pay in it. No prestige. Don't. Let's go over Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see.
So,
Are we
you
leaving
were
soon
saying?
to Brigmore?
Scared, are you? Witches upriver. Traitors in the ranks. And then there's Dowd, who just killed his own apprentice. A better assassin than you'll ever be. I'd be frightened too.
Bro, they didn't even have like a comeback. They just bamfed the hell out of there. I'd be scared too. Oh, that's so funny. They're so scared. They're like actually shitting themselves. So up there. Gotcha. Hello.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope
You
it
could
won't
slip
come
through
to
that. For sure. Apparently you can't blink through it though, so I guess we're good. Okay, I think that's just about everything. I mean, there's some guys over here I could talk to.
Dowd blew up a whole slaughterhouse, where we get the whale oil. Won't that irritate the Lord Regent?
Indeed. We could turn Dowd in. Split the reward.
I promise to go quietly.
You gonna bamf out? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, our people are not very fond of us right now. I can do this, which is like, my summon boys. I don't know how much I'll trust them, though. They're all kind of thinking of turning on me, or running away, turning tail. But I think we just need a few good jobs to show them that we're still on top. Still have control of the situation. Until Corvo shows up. Can I talk to you?
Corvo's coming for us, Dowd. And he's got nothing but blood on his mind.
You let me worry about that when the time comes. If it comes.
Well, as Corvo, I did kind of murder, like, literally everyone in here, including all of the assassins. So I feel a little bad. But let's go.
Is it time to go, sir?
It is. Didn't kill anyone. You don't say. Who was I gonna... Was I supposed to kill the, like, potential traitors? Is that the option? I just kill my own boys?
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself. That after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride. And Lizzie Stride is in jail.
Well, let's go get her out. Can you use my network? Yes, I can. Let's get the favors first. Overseer Dowd. You're disguised as an overseer. When summoned to this, intercept him and send you in his place. The disguise should fool prison guards long enough to get you inside. I don't care that much about that. Ruin, I like. Position. Stun mines. I don't care about stun mines either. I just want the rune. More bone charm capacity would be amazing though. Care about these that much? Yeah, I don't care about them. Let's just go.
Dowd, Lizzie Stride is in there, but we don't know where they're holding her. They're playing overseer music from the loudspeakers. We couldn't get in.
Why the music?
One of their prisoners. A spy caught at Dunwall Tower. The guards have sent for overseers to investigate.
I'll be back with Lizzie Stride. Stay hidden.
So we're basically doing a no power run for a large portion of this. At least until we can shut down the speakers. I want this, and this. There's so many things. And not enough bone char. But yeah, I really thought that the music boxes were special. I didn't think it was just like a speaker. Do the trick. Oh, this means I can't use my eyes. Or rather, I have to use my normal eye. Which is sad. Because I like being able to see things. And you're fucked. I don't know if the heart works with Corvo. While you have the music blaring. It's very distracting, I will say. Yeah, I don't know if the heart would work. But I use my dark sense, so I can't see where bone charms and stuff are. But I assume we can go through, get the music off, and then come back through to clear out stuff. Climb it. There you go, Dad. No teleport, no way to see. Hold on. I honestly don't care about half of these. Should we just go like murder? Murder? That's pretty murdery. That there. Or there. That's kind of murdery. And then there. So now we only have murder tools, we don't have like the sleep darts. I think that's fine.
That's if they're
This will not be easy though.
The second you run out of whale oil tanks, you're defenseless, and the prisoner goes straight out to the bridge.
Exactly. Which is why we drain the water.
Can't just like... No.
Still, the Lord Regent won't tolerate another escape. We have to be extra careful.
Ooh.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
I don't think I can save him, really.
Private Morris, you refuse.
You cover into the circle.
On the day of his escape, you displayed cowardice in the face of a national.
Damn it. Oh, they all run away. I thought they were supposed to be tied up.
Into the sewer complex on the day of.
There's Drop. Ah, he still killed him. Ah, you're alive? There we go. Not anymore. Okay, so 2 of them died, but that's fine. They weren't really there for me to save.
Hold on, someone's down.
Yes, they are. And the next one is you. I do wish I'd one-shot them, but it's fine. It's okay. I don't know if we'll find many bolts here. It's a prison. So this might be hard to replenish. So let's... Where'd the other body go? There's my bolt. I remember this door as Corvo. I remember exploding it. Situation, interrogant. Okay. I don't suppose she'd be the one in the interrogation room, would she? Oh, hi. There's a guy just sitting there. Oh, are you the person I just saved? Are you friendly?
What the fuck?
Okay, not friendly. Unfortunate. let's go get rid of this body. And I can use my powers inside here, which is quite nice. So it's just the outside I can't use them. Like, I know there's a guy crouching back there. You know, sus for some reason. Oh, it's awkward. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe I could have talked to him, but he's an officer. Was he the one that I saved? Let's try it. Let's see if we can talk to him. Let's just see. Hello. Okay, I can't.
You saved me. I'm looking for Elizabeth Stride, a prisoner. A gang leader out of Draper's Ward.
The whole place heard her come in. She's in cell C-28. It's on the very top level. You can check the logbook in the guard station between sections C and D.
Hey, thanks, buddy. That works. I'm sorry I accidentally killed you in that other timeline. By accidental, I mean intentionally, but I didn't know you were bad. Or good. Well, you're not. I didn't know you weren't going to attack me. So let's just back up. What I can do, I can hear a thing. So what I can do is go inside and then go. See, bone charm there. That's just potted stuff there. Gotcha. And that one is more mana. Sure. There we go. Oh, that's a head. But it seems like just anywhere outdoors is bad. I do! Okay, that's good.
Now! Where are you?
Bring the alarm! Go for the alarm! Now!
It only zapped one.
I know you're here somewhere.
Did it run out of power?
Oh. We know you're here.
I think I might need a boy. I thought it would zap, like, both of them, and it kind of didn't do that.
Here you are!
Okay, we fight it now. Get out of here. Would love if my assassin turn was helping you. Hello. Fine, I'll help them.
Unsecured prisoners active on the premises. All Coldridge personnel detain or kill anyone currently in a restricted area.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So apparently this thing ran out of power literally after one zap. I think we'll load back because I just alerted an entire prison. But good to know. So this thing I can make zap, but it doesn't have an feeling. Yeah, so you can see there that it only has one zap left. I could summon a boy to get zapped, but that feels mean. I have another idea. Take that with me. There we go. Perfect. And now no one knows.
I think we played that overseer noise for a reason. I think there's more happening here than any of us know.
Would you care to finish your conversation and move? I see the fly. It's over there. I don't have a means of getting it. Oh, I looked away and it's gone. It's there now. Whoa. This fly.
New security measures yet? Yes, there's no doubt.
Yes, there's no doubt. That is not a normal response to that question. They talk so weird. Yes, it's certain. There's no doubt. Chances are good. Okay, these guys don't want to move. So what's my best way of killing both of them? A grenade? No. I'm not sure. I mean, I would say a distraction, but if I could refill the whale oil, that would be good, but I don't think I can. I just go in there. Totally normal. As I stand on the door.
Prisoner's giving you trouble. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Again, not how conversations work normally. These guys talk so strange. Oh, this is this room. This one was hard to get to the first time. What are the odds I can just like... Yeah, I didn't think so. I had to try. I had to try. Ooh, there's a guy up there. Look at him. I thought they weren't looking. What's the best way to do it? I mean, summoning a boy would certainly work. Oh? No, he's looking at his friend. He'd know that. However, that guy goes all the way up there. It's possible. I'm gonna try that again because that went a little strangely. Wasn't exactly how that was meant to work. There we go. That's better. Hey, that's better. What is this one? Ooh. I don't know if that works with this. Probably not, right? If I had to guess, they probably wouldn't work together. Nice though. I can go zoom. No, yeah, I'm still definitely faster with it. Cheese. I like that they're staring at each other.
It makes sense to the Lord Regent's office.
Why can't I? Okay, well, he's moving. Okay. Progress. Ah. That would do. Maybe. Maybe not. That's gonna be good someone. Especially if he just smacks the metal instead of assassinating the guy. That would certainly make things a little harder. Did he notice? I think we're fine. And then the question is if I can get there, which I can, to yoink all our shit. Perfect. Is my fly friend still there? Yeah, it keeps like appearing out of nowhere and then disappearing. I don't like it.
This controls all the cell doors.
I was hoping it'd be the speakers. Set first tumbler to match. I'm getting distracted by a fly. Set first tumbler to match cell section letter. Second and third to the number. Pull it. Okay, so that's really easy. I want to talk to the other guy who's like near those two guards, but I have to kill the guards to lore about Corvo. Lore and Sokolov. Before I go like opening a cell. Hi. Stupid goddamn fucking get murdered. Okay. Those guys need to die, but they keep just standing there staring at each other having the weirdest conversation. Imagine. And I don't like it, but that's the guy I want to try talking to. And that guy. It's the prisoners in general. Maybe an easy way would be to just assassin. But that would also probably alert some people. Girlfriend. Yeah. There we go. Stealth. Oh, he's moving. Get out of here. Oh, well that's not very hidden. Here, you can have this one. There you go. I've given up on being like fully stealthy. If we can summon boys, but they always aggro, then I might as well just summon boys.
Who are you? Did you break in here? Stay hidden, whatever you do. You don't want to end up like me. And whatever you do, don't touch the cell controls. I'm a damn snitch. These bars are the only thing keeping me alive.
Really? Is that so?
Remember?
What's your number? Section A. A5? A05.
Sokolov radio interdiction device or ARC pilot is used only by personnel trained in proper imprinting procedures.
I could open A5 and let that guy out.
People don't change. Yes, they do.
Someone knows.
You just haven't been there to see it happen.
Dude, what is this guy talking about? Hello, rats. What if I just let him out, even though he doesn't want to be let out, really, because he's a snitch? What if I do? What if I'm just like, yo, too bad, you're leaving. A0 5 open. Hi, buddy. Mr. Snitch. You're not happy, are you? Yeah, bro is not happy about it opening. You know you can leave. The front door is literally open. Like, there's no guards here. This shit is disabled. The front door is open. You can leave. Leaving is an option. Alright, fine. I'll lock him back in since he's all upset about it. Oh, sorry. I've just said it every time. There you go. Get locked back in. It's closed. Happy now? You're back in your cell. I don't know why he wants to be in a cell, but apparently he does.
All cells in Section B are quarantined until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
So opening B is probably a bad idea. I wonder if there's Weepers in there. haven't seen many Weepers in a while. Can you turn the fuck around? Fine.
Someone's breaking out! Guards, come quick! Someone is trying to escape! Get me out of here! I'll find you.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, man.
I know you're here somewhere.
One guy says he's a snitch, but this guy's the real snitch. There's no one breaking out. He's bullshit.
Whoever you are, then I'll demonstrate your feelings.
Oh, I didn't even do that. Bro just died to rats.
When I find you, it's going to be bad.
That wasn't even me.
All personnel will stay clear of the interrogation room until the representative from the Abbey is certified and is free of any heretical
You're going looking
corruption.
for him.
We'll find him.
Have a sit down.
We know you're here.
No, that was the rats. I'm actually over here.
Ring the alarm! Got you now.
Ow.
Guards, come in.
Yeah, one more. Oh, he's down there now. Ah, it's fine. Rattles! Alright. Hello. You want some food? Little non-marino? Oh, I can't let them out. Or can I? No. Aww. Rattles, I want to feed them. They eat her the thing. Ow. Stop biting me. Please. Ow. Stop it. Bad rattle. Why is there an individual rat biting me? There's one singular rat who doesn't like me even though I fed him.
All cells in Section B are under quarantine until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B
What if I just open
will
all
be
of them?
observed for signs of infection.
Like straight up. What if I just open all of them? Well, I guess I shouldn't open A5 again because he was upset about it. But like, okay, I opened everything except A5. Now, what's my intended one? It was like C28. So that's not one. Is X not a thing? That's A. A0. That's not a thing. No, we'll be at this for a while, won't we? Oh, for fuck's sake, fine. Let's just find which ones I actually give a shit about. I was gonna open all of them, but like half of them are giving me an error. Who has something I care about? Come on. Hello.
The
You're
Sokolov
busy?
radio
You don't look
interdiction
busy.
device, or ARC pylon, is for use only by personnel trained in proper imprinting procedure.
Alright. Don't care about most of you. Up here we have A10, A11, I don't care about. A10, A13, A14, 10, 13, 14. Hello. That actually helps clear up after him. A10, A13. A1, 4. Kind of an awkward system, but you know. Okay, I freed the guy who was being a bitch. But I'm gonna kill him maybe. I may in fact do a little bit of murder. To the shithead who ratted me out.
All cells in Section B are under quarantine until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
He kind of deserved it. He did literally call the guards. Like, bro, you're in prison. Someone breaks in prison and you call the guards? Are you stupid? That was like your ticket out. I don't know how this guy set up a trap. Like, I genuinely would have just let these guys out. But nope. Ew.
This better be worth it.
Ew, he put it in the toilet. Ew. No wonder it's corrupted. Bots, oh, they do more damage. Always break, though. That one's not bad, but it's like how much damage? As long as I hit the head, normally it'll actually one-shot them. With the exception of the music box man. I don't think I care as much. I remember the ones in the sequel being pretty worth it. These ones don't seem to. It is pretty cool seeing like the stuff they used in the sequels being like first prototyped in this DLC. Like stuff that wasn't in the base game that they're like, well hey, this is a cool idea, and then they put it in the DLC. Stop it! Bad rat! And then they like used it again but improved it later. And kind of refined it a bit. Temporarily removed. Hello. None of you have things for me. No.
Oh, I'm fine.
What? You got a problem with me, sir?
Radio interdiction device or arc pilot.
Yeah, I'm right here. You got a problem?
By personnel trained in proper imprinting procedure.
Where are you?
Happens if
Okay, keep banging around. Damn, you're loud.
Okay. It shows the kill
Just a
thing,
matter of
but
time,
I can't actually kill him through that. I wondered if it'd glitch me through it. Oh. Sorry, fly is distracting. What happened to you? Oh no. This place got weird. I guess the lava was here? That's a lot of money. How much? I could get pull. I could get the better one of this. Or I could get this. I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna trust my boys. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna trust my boys. We're gonna put some faith in them. They need it right now. Poked us. Granted 8.5. Brigmore chest key.
Is she strapped in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Comfortable? All right, we'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in? One of the guards? Nothing? All right. Corporal, use the hammer. That's right. The smaller one. Can't really tell if she felt that. Don't want to break anything. Let's try again. How did you... Wait. You hear a kind of ringing in your ears? What's happening to her face? Is she going to... Oh no! Oh no! Shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot!
I have no fucking clue what happened here, but it doesn't sound good. There's nothing up. Like, you could totally go up there, but there's literally not. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to you. Just gonna close that. Willow. Would have been useful earlier. Is this just back here? Yeah. This go out anywhere? Nope. Okay, so are we just letting our friend out? On. 1 second. No, I can't go up that way. Oh, there. Escape plan. Oh, Protector's naval commendation? Weird. Okay, I guess we should free our girl. Ow. Fucking really? I did, like, literally just save, I'm pretty sure. Or not.
What happened here?
Never mind, I did not literally just save. I am apparently alive.
Good. Doesn't look like much.
Keep going, about.
Comfortable?
No.
Alright, we'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in?
And then it was just up here. Here. Find that. Bum bum bum. Boom. And let's not do this stupid way. Okay, so she was in C28. I don't know why he's such a freak. You have quite the elaborate setup going on. Not sure.
Wake up, Lizzie.
I'm not telling you shit. Wait. Who?
Down.
Is that right? Whoever sent you, I'll pay double.
I've come to break you out. You can owe me the favor.
What kind of favor?
Doesn't matter. You'll be dead in another day here.
What kind?
It's just a boat trip. Upriver. Past the blockades.
Then you're out of luck. My boat, the Undine, now belongs to someone else. My second-in-command double-crossed me and took it. A little shit named Edgar Wakefield.
It's a situation I'm familiar with. Can you walk?
Get me out of this damn thing and I'll fly. I can pay you to get rid of Wakefield.
It'll be my pleasure. Come on.
I'll just get my tiara. Down. I think I...
Okay, she
I'll
could
have
not
to carry
walk,
her out.
actually. Apparently. So she was wrong. Hopefully she doesn't get eaten by rats, because we kind of need her. Oh. Hello. They didn't refuel it, right? No.
I know you're somewhere around here.
Alright, just go down there for a minute.
I know you're here somewhere, scum.
I'll sort them out.
I'll flush you out. When I find you, it's going to be best. The alarm!
Ow!
I'll find you. He's here.
Oh, hello. Anyone else? Nope, I think that's everything. Alright, let's get her out of there. I get on the ground. That's not what I was trying to do. Sorry, Lizzie. I'm so delicate with the lady, aren't I?
A reminder.
As I just toss her on the ground.
Remains under martial law. Guards are authorized to
Reminder, I'm supposed to be like helping her. I never did manage to turn off the things outside. I hope there's nothing else. Nothing I'm missing out here. Do I just fail the entire mission if she dies? I would assume so.
She's beaten, but not dead. See that her wounds get attention.
It will be done. All quiet, sir. Ready to go.
I guess so, yeah. Hopefully that we didn't miss anything.
Let's go.
Seems surprisingly small. 2, 2, 1. That's fine. Yeah, we got pretty much everything. There was only like 10 coins we missed. We killed one guy, but he did rat me out, so, you know. Except the execution of the guard who helped cover. Only one of them, sadly.
Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where 2 street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzie's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzie Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And the riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
Okay. Well, that was pretty successful. 5, 4? Wait. Start with the rune. Rune's most important. Neighbor you saved from the jail cell in the slaughterhouse has some useful information. Sure. I'll see a guy again. A gift? Bone charm. Yup. Easily. And sure, why not? As for upgrades, there's not really much here. Good, I don't, there's no reason not to, but like, they're not very useful to me. Might as well stock up while I'm at it. Hero stun leg. Rewire series. There. Now I'm broke. Yeah. Okay, however... cutscene?
The textile mill
I
used to
miss
run off
Billy.
a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the dead eels. They're fighting in the streets.
I miss Billy. But we are going to be leaving it here. I talked for like an hour. We finished one DLC and we've done the first mission or so of the second part. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Let me just check something. Is anyone else live that I want to? Stars live, but I think we'll just leave it. So I will be back on Saturday. It's Saturday today, right? I'll be back on Monday with some God of War. I don't know if it's gonna fix the audio fuckery. We're still gonna go without the avatar. A, because I think it's just gonna run not great. And B, because we've already done so many streams of it without, I might as well just stick with that, you know, consistency. And it makes more sense for the VODs, and if I do ever make videos, which I probably won't, especially not with the audio being crackly, but you know. But I'm hoping maybe some improvements. One thing I might do is switch my OBS over to use CPU rendering instead of GPU. At least just for God of War, because now my CPU is like better than my GPU, and it's got 20 cores, so it's probably gonna handle it better. Other than that, Wednesday should be fine. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I mean, I think Khan came back from being away, so I might be able to do some stuff with Khan. So it could be like Don't Starve or a League or something. I do still have more Sea of Thieves, more of the season pass to get through, but it's been like 2-3 weeks of Sea of Thieves, so I don't know. As for the weekend, I think it's supposed to be a D&D. I need to check with people. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe not. I forgot. Were people unavailable this week? I genuinely don't remember. It's either D&D or we'll continue this. And I'm not sure which. I will update closer to the day when I am sure which it is. But I need to check with peeps. But yeah, for now, thank you all for coming, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Boop. Definitely not a really scuffed outro. I definitely didn't scuff that one.